The whole idea behind the ST Max family is to deliver a golf club that looks the part at address, it looks clean, it looks like anybody could play it, but there's a level of forgiveness that we've never made before. At the moment, we've got actually a number of woods in our lineup. We've got the STZ, we've got the STX, and the STG. Looking at where those sit, there's the G is ultra low spin, the X is kind of a mid spin, a little bit more draw bias, the Z is our most forgiving model until the ST Max comes. This fits the extreme end of forgiveness. When you first look at this and start analyzing the club, when you look at it from address, the footprint is larger. Bigger from front to back, bigger from toe to heel, huge composite window. You can see we've moved a lot of mass around. Then you flip it over to the sole side, and everything that we have on the STZ and the STX is kind of taken to the extreme, to the max, if you will. The composite area got even larger. We moved a ton of mass down here, a lot of concentration of weight, low and deep. And the Cortex chamber really expanded. So you can see a lot more, kind of looks like the tech just improved and the tech got bigger. When you're talking about forgiveness, it's all about putting mass as far away from the center of gravity as possible. On a driver, that means deep. That means pull it back, and that means make as much concentration back here as possible. With the Max, we have an extreme weight here, farther away from the face and deeper than we've ever had it. The difference in our Max MOI drivers and a lot of the ones you're gonna see around is that our MOI driver can really be played by anybody. And by anybody, I mean going down in the handicap range, not up in the handicap range. This is a driver that will be played on tour. The look of it, the feel of it, the performance of it, the spin character of it, it is tour ready to play. The easiest way to understand forgiveness in club design when you're talking about woods is weight placement. That's what dictates how forgiving a golf club's gonna be. The moment of inertia or the level of forgiveness is gonna be determined by how far you can put the weight away from the center of gravity, away from the heaviest part. The heaviest part on a driver is always the face. It's the only part of a club that's not at minimum thicknesses. You have to have more thickness there because the face has to be durable, it has to withstand impact. So when you're looking at a family of woods, you can really understand what they're gonna do and how forgiving they're gonna be by just analyzing where weight is, where it's concentrated and where it's not. So right now I'm holding the STG, the STZ, and the ST Max. And I'm just gonna point out some weighting characteristics of each one. The STG, this is our lowest spin club. Lowest spin and least forgiving means that there's gonna be more mass forward. More mass forward, this is all titanium on the sole. We have our Cortex chamber with mass concentrated here as well. That means this weighting is going to be closer to the face, it's going to be lower spin, there's not gonna be quite the level of forgiveness. It does have two weights that can move from front and back, and you can adjust the MOI slightly, but you're never gonna be able to adjust it as much as you would to be able to get it to the level of forgiveness of these two. The STZ, the next in forgiveness, again, more concentration of mass here. You can see the titanium that was on the sole has been replaced with composite. However, we still have some titanium on the leading edge. That's why this is a very forgiving driver, but it's on the lower spin side of forgiveness. This concentration of mass is there, but it's not massive. When you get to the ST Max, there's where you put a ton of weight. Even more mass here. Tons of weight concentrated way far away from the face. Again, even more titanium replaced with composite. So again, all of these three, there's levels of forgiveness, a level of spin with each one, but each one has been tweaked by just simply adjusting that back weight. So when you're talking about woods, there's playability and there's kind of trends of who plays each one. This would tend to be the lower handicap, tend to be the faster swinging speed player. This one would tend to be the higher handicap, the person who needs a little bit more spin. However, we've designed them all in a way that they all look super clean. We've got different loft options, different face angle adjustability, and different ways you could custom fit each one, where you could see tour players playing the Max. You could see higher handicappers playing the G. So there's lots of different fitting capabilities that take these simple design concepts and allow you to kind of push them towards different directions.